Hey everybody, I'm back with another game in the Octagon tournament. I'm currently 0-2 at this stage, so I'm pretty sure I have to win out to have any chance of moving on. I think that'd be the next 3 games I would have to win. Looks like I'm playing Greyjoy Dragon against Night's Watch Kraken today. It's pretty interesting. I haven't seen Night's Watch Kraken in a while, since they had kind of that mini curve Varys deck several months ago. This hand looks like I should probably keep it. Economy and a dupe to Balon seems nice, and then I've got a couple solid characters and one of my better locations to follow that up with. So we're gonna stick with this, I think. This is a deck that I've been refining over the past few weeks at local tournaments and open play nights here in Atlanta. So if you're in the area, definitely give me a shout. Looks like I'm up against Sirio. That could be problematic. I did add a couple nightmares to the deck recently, specifically to remove opposing stealth. So we'll see if that comes into play here. He's got a bit of economy himself. And I do have the Seastone Chair, so I may be using that nightmares on Sirio sooner rather than later to try and push through a chair kill. First plots. I'm often opening either with trading or building orders, or sometimes snowed under if I expect a naval. And I am a little bit worried about naval here. I'm not sure exactly what this deck is going for. It does have the element of surprise, since it's not something that you see often at the top levels of play. Let's see here. If I go with building, worst case scenario, I get navaled, but I still have 1 gold for Seastone Chair. Or I could just open Snowed Under, but then he's got the King's Road for initiative. So this is interesting. I wouldn't mind grabbing some more economy with the building orders. So we'll go that route. And he does in fact go naval. Alright. I am playing first, okay? So we're gonna do this guy. And yeah, this is basically what I wanted to see here. That'll get the job done. So I assume he's also going to have White Tree and possibly meager contribution, some other choke shenanigans perhaps. Alright, I'm going to count 1 gold. We'll do this guy. And we'll kneel that for this guy. And with that 1 gold, I could do nightmares, or I could just get a chud out there. Some claim silk, some economy. We'll play the free boat as well. And yeah, we'll go there. Alright, so on the plus side, he's only counting 2 gold as well. He's got a dupe for Sirio. That's interesting and annoying. I would have liked to kill him this round. Maybe I can... Well, we'll see. He should have another character with that King's Road, you would think. Could potentially set up a march to play to clear the dupe Sirio. Now that that naval is out of the way, I'm free to go with trading next turn if I need to. The other options are potentially marched, probably not, or snowed under. Probably looking at trading next turn though, because I do have several expensive cards in my hand that I would like to play. He's debating this for a while, so could be he's debating between bad options, could be he's debating between good options. I recently added a second scout because I was finding that I wasn't able to push through Balon often enough. I took out the Kraken's Grasp to do that. I've actually gone from 1 Kraken's Grasp and 3 raiding longships and 2 ahead of the tides, really pushing that go first strategy down to just 2 raiding longships. I had a game with this deck the other night at our local store where I had Miri, Balon, and Seastone Chair out turn 1 and killed nothing of note the entire game. It was against Barra, and he just locked me down with Robert's Intimidate, Filthy Accusations, and Melisandre. It was ridiculous. Because the idea of this deck is definitely to get Chair and Miri going and kind of make it so that they can't block both kills. I have to say I'm pretty happy with how this game is going so far, but it's still early. What other plots would he be running in this kind of deck? I did actually play against a Night's Watch Lanny deck last night that was trying to do some choke with White Tree, Meager, Brothel Madam, Rains of Autumn. What else did it have? I feel like there was a little bit more. I do really like Night's Watch Lion for the potential to ambush Airy and the Hound multiple times. So I guess I'll just try and keep monologuing here a little bit, or you can feel free to fast forward. If you're in the southeast of the United States, we are having a big tournament in the Atlanta area next month. That's September 16th, 17th, and 18th. We're going to have Melee, Joust, Draft, and a team side event all that weekend. Alright, so now he's down to 1 gold, the King's Road, and the Reducer. He could potentially play Benjin or something to that effect. Okay, there's a Messenger Raven. And he's done saving the King's Road. Interesting. It's the reserve on Naval 6. Okay, I don't have any intrigue icons anyways. Do I actually want to try and kill the Raven with the chair? Interesting. Alright, I'll get an unopposed power. And then, how do I want to play this? I can either target Sirio just to get rid of the dupe, and then follow it up with a second kill next turn, potentially. Kind of tempted to get rid of that Raven, though. let's just go after Sirio, because he's going to be a pain in my butt. Alright, hopefully I keep the Great Kraken and the Nightmares and lose an Asha or an Iron Mines here. Alright, perfect. Let me know in the comments what you think about that Seastone Chair decision. And I'm guessing he doesn't have any targeted kills, so I'm going to use that dupe here for claim. Alright, so I should win that on defense. And then we tie... No, he's got Dom. With the Raven. I guess he's not using the Raven. Interesting. I guess it would have put him over reserve. Does that mean he likes the cards in his hand? He didn't want to dump any of them? Alright, so do I stick with the trading plan? I think so. That does only give me 12, and I do need 13 to play all three of those cards that I want to play, so that's interesting. I might end up just playing Reader and Great Kraken and Iron Mines. Yeah, let's go with this. I'll give him the extra gold, and if he goes wide, then I can either Wildfire or call him the turn after. I'm guessing that he's not playing the wall. But it's kind of hard to get a read on what he's doing so far based off this minimal information that I have. So the turn after this is probably going to be either Wildfire or Calling, depending on how the board shakes out here. So if I do play only one character, and then a couple of locations, that does set me up for a decent Wildfire next turn. Interesting, 2 claim, that's slightly unusual. He does get to choose first player, and he's going first. So I'll lose a power on Balon. Okay. So now I can actually play Reader, Theon, and Great Kraken. And then just lose these 2 guys for claim. He's got another Scout. That's kind of strange. What is he going for here? He is first player this round, so I'll have first action during challenges if he wants to use Sirio before I use Nightmares. So I might just hold on to that Nightmares. Depends on what he marshals, but it looks like I'm going to play these 3 cards. And that would be a pretty solid turn for me, I think. He does have 7 gold and a King's Road. We'll see what he wants to push out here. Does he have an answer for the chair? I'm guessing this kind of deck isn't playing many positive attachments, if any at all. Oh, that's annoying. Yeah, so he's kind of going for a pressure deck here. That will affect my Theon. I'm not too unhappy with that trade, though. Yeah, there's the white tree, so now that's going to set me back to where I would have to use the King's Road. So do I want to just marshal like King's Road, Iron Mine, Reader, Great Kraken, and then save Asha and Theon for next turn, and then share the Captain's Daughter? That actually seems decent. I think I'll do that. Yeah, because it's non-loyal, Reader's loyal, so we're good there. Okay. He's going to give the stealth to the power icon guy, which is interesting, because now I can block his intrigue challenge. So I will just hold on to my nightmares for another round. Why would he give the power icon guy stealth? He doesn't have any rangers, so I don't have to worry about that Night's Watch event. Yeah, I'm opposing this all the way. Denying him that insight and keeping these 3 very good cards in my hand seems like the obvious move. So I think the real question this round is, do I chair the daughter or the Sirio? I think it's going to be the daughter. That Sirio really isn't giving me too many problems right here. No, he's actually got a sword here. That's interesting. Yeah, so we'll use that guy. guess that explains the 2 Cerios. And then claim will be these 2. So that sword does slow me down a bit because it prevents me from defending or winning the power challenge on offense. And this is 2 claim, which is gross. So he's actually flying ahead here a little bit. I think I have to stick with military though. I'm going to take a power here. I think I've got all the cards I need. And then we'll kill here. And then we'll take Renown. And then he'll get Dom. And he's going to draw, even though his reserve is 4. So he will have to lose a card here. Okay, he doesn't have to lose a card because of Samwell, right? Okay, so marched seems pretty likely from him right here. What have I got to counter that? I think I just go snowed under. That'll give me 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 minus the 1 from White Tree, so I will have enough for Theon and Asha. Yep. And unfortunately, I'm going to lose the reader here. Interesting. Don't really need that economy. I think I just leave that in my hand for intrigue claim. So do I want to play Captain's Daughter or Theon is the question here. Let's think. These Night's Watch Kraken. So Benjen, his own Asha or Theon. I think I just go with Theon here. I want to be able to defend military challenges. So I don't really want to lose any of my bodies on the board right now. I think I probably made a mistake last turn when I took the power from Great Kraken. So if he can get a power icon on the board that Stereo can give stealth to, that will be pretty obnoxious. That'll prevent my Asha from standing. Oh boy, here comes a milk. It's not good. I swear I have 2 Rattle Shirts and 2 We Do Not Sow in this deck, and I never ever draw them when I get Balon milked. It's just ridiculous. And he did find a power icon. That's really annoying. Okay. Well, now what? So I could... I don't have gold for nightmares. What can I do here? Balon has his gained stealth, so he can defend the military challenge. Well, not if he gives this chick stealth. He's doing the messenger raven, that's interesting. So that allows me to send Asha on a power challenge and stealth this chick. I'm going to draw the card here. And then get unopposed and claim. Now for military, I think I just send Asha again. Or Theon, actually. He has to oppose, but that'll just be with the messenger raven. Now I wonder if he's got a second marched. So I can't slow down his card draw here. And I lose the best card in my hand. I hate when that happens. That's no bueno. So I can just block both of these. That's fine. tie for Dom. Yep. He is going to pull the guy back. And now he'll lose one card. Aaron. Interesting that Aaron's even in his deck. That seems strange. Doesn't really fit the aggro choke theme that seems like he's going for. Alright, so him pulling back the Raven kind of signals that he doesn't have another March. Kind of thinking that I wouldn't mind a Marched here all that much. I can kind of afford to lose Theon. But I would really like to get rid of either his Captain's Daughter or his Samwell. I'm almost also even tempted to march Balon and then maybe draw into a fresh copy. Kind of pissed that I lost that Nightmares. This is a tough call. I don't really need the money. But then again, I don't know what I might draw into. If I get Illyrio, I might just pop that Daughter, so... Yeah, let's try this. Hate that this pops up right over his plot, so I don't get to see what it was. Kind of tempted to make him go first. Let's do that. Euron could be good here. Will I be able to afford him? No. Yes, I will. Is that what I want to do? It'll be interesting, because if I play this dude, he could pop the Bastard's Daughter on her, or the Captain's Daughter. I keep calling it Bastard's Daughter. But would he do that, though? Very interesting. He does only have 4 gold this turn, which is one of the big things I've got going for me, is a bit of an economy advantage. Although that white tree is doing some work, and there's more stealth. That is not what I want to see. God damn it. Alright. Oh, fuck. That's problematic. guess it's fine. I can still play Euron. I just can't play the other dude as well. That's my singleton Euron doing some work. So I need to remember this plot. He's also got 3 gold. He's at 7 power right here, and he's pushing. Let's see, I made him first player, so potentially double pump here. So that would be up to 6. Which means the best I can do is oppose this. Interesting. That milk on Balon's getting really annoying. It's basically shutting down my draw so that I can't find the ways to remove it. Let's see, do I block with Theon here? Make him use both the pumps. Let me check real quick, see what, if any locations are in his discard pile. He does have a King's Road, for what that's worth. I don't really need the money, though. Alright, I'll oppose, make him use one of his scouts. He can give Samwell stealth with Sirio to get by my Euron. Then that opens up the potential for me to do a power challenge, waste the power challenge, and then do military and intrigue unopposed, and get a draw off my Kraken. It's 8-4. I'm falling behind a little bit, but not too awful. Alright, he is doing the Sirio Samwell tag team here. I would really like to keep this raiding longship. Alright, so he's left with military, and he has to pass. So which do I want to do first? I can actually win power and intrigue, so I guess I'd burn the military challenge. Alright, that might come in handy next turn. Almost forgot to stand Asha there. Any other reactions? No. So unopposed claim. And now intrigue. Alright, I'm gonna take the power this time, I think. And then get unopposed claim. And renown. And I'll take his King's Road, which could help give me initiative as well. So all in all, that seemed like a pretty good round. He will have Dom, and it's now 9-9. We're getting close to the end game here. He uses his Raven, and he's fine on reserve with Sam, I think. Alright, so is it time to close here? Clash of Kings is tempting. The other option would be marched. I think we're going to go clash here and put some real pressure on him. Oh, nice. I don't mind that at all. Beautiful. That was a very good plot sequence for me here. He has to sacrifice some of his stealth. I get to play first. I like it. Still no rattle shirts. Really could use that. Or we do not sew. But we'll just have to make do without. That's totally fine. I don't have anything worth playing anyways. Let's play this dude. Let's see if he wants to use his captain's daughter on that. Alright, so the plan here is win a power challenge with Euron, stand him, and use him again to get 2 renowns. Is that worth it? I think I may as well use the event, or I'm likely to lose it to intrigue claim. That seems like a little bit of a strange plot choice for his deck. All the other ones make enough sense. You know, the 4 reserve on this one is a little bit tough to swallow, but when you're going for kind of a pressure deck, oh boy, that's... wow. That's why. That would be why. He certainly has a better hand than I do to recover next turn, so I really want to close this turn. Can I do it? I think I might be able to. Oh, are you fucking kidding me? He has another milk. God damn it. I assume that's why he's targeting Euron. He hasn't played it yet. I think if he doesn't have the milk, I win right here. With the power challenge, stand Euron, do an intrigue challenge. Because right now he only has one power icon. He can give her stealth, but I have the raiding longship to make it unopposed, and then I just win this turn before Varys. But if he's got the milk for my Euron, then it's not looking so good. Guess he's drawn almost half his deck, so second milk is about right. Just a little bit pissed that I haven't seen a rattle shirts or we do not sow, because either one of those drops the milk on Balon, and then I win this game easily. Changed his mind and milked Theon instead. Interesting. He's conceding here? I think that's premature. He should make me do this right. Alright, so I'm standing Asha, taking a power there, taking a power there. And I'm using this guy. And then opposed claim. That only puts me at 13. This is not over. I'm not seeing how I get another power here. He's got 2 entry icons and 2 military icons, so I can't... Oh yeah, I just do... Oh no, because I don't have any intrigue with stealth. Fuck. I guess he just has to defend with both. Let me think here. I have gold, he doesn't, so... Looking ahead for Dom. He has to oppose with both. So yes, I do win this turn, just barely. Just by the skin of my teeth. Wow. Alright guys, thanks for watching. That was a pretty tense one there with that Varys at the end. Thanks for watching. As always, I'll have the deck list on the video description, so let me know what you guys think. Thanks.